Bravo viewers had front row seats to Joe and Teresa Giudice's marriage on The Real Housewives of New Jersey. Viewers were shocked during the episode in Season 4 when Joe called his wife the C word. While their marriage wasn't always great, it was always clear how much Joe loved their 4 children. Joe and Teresa weathered the storm of their respective prison stints, but separated in 2019 after 20 years of marriage. The divorce was finalized a year later. Former Bravo Liberty Joe Giudice made a shocking admission about his future with his ex-wife, Teresa Giudice. Keep reading for all the details. Joe Giudice shares thoughts on Dad's new girlfriend. Joe and Teresa Giudice have both moved on from their marriage. Teresa married Louis Rulas in 2022. After serving time in prison for fraud, Joe Giudice was deported to Italy. He later moved to the Bahamas, where he's created a new life for himself. That includes a new girlfriend. He previously dated a woman named Carrie, but they quietly split. During a recent appearance on his daughter Gia's Casual Chaos podcast, Joe revealed he's dating a woman named Margie. His 4 daughters, Gia, Gabriella, Melania, and Adriana, approve. Rumors have swirled for years about marriage trouble for Teresa Giudice and her new hubby. Gia even asked her dad during the podcast if he would consider getting back together with Teresa if she split from Louis. Joe Giudice had a shocking response. "Well, listen, I'll always be your mom's friend, no matter what. You know what I mean, so it doesn't matter. I mean, I'll always be the same with her no matter what," he said. What about Teresa Giudice's current husband? Does that mean Joe Giudice isn't a fan of his ex's current husband? Not so fast. He called Louis Rulas a good guy. Teresa's ex added, "As long as he treats you guys right, treats your mom right, that's all that matters." Teresa's daughters also love their stepfather. But it seems the door isn't shut completely on Teresa reuniting with her ex-husband, at least on Joe Giudice's side. Teresa hasn't shared her reaction to his shocking admission. Bravo fans are still waiting for news about a new season of The Real Housewives of New Jersey. The show was put on pause after an intense season 14. Fans can watch Teresa and Joe Giudice on the upcoming season of Fox's Special Forces. Season 4 premieres on Thursday, September 25. Shocking admission about his future with Teresa. In the world of reality television and tabloid headlines, few stories have captured the public's imagination quite like the saga of Joe and Teresa Giudice. Their lives, filled with highs and lows, have been a roller coaster of love, litigation, redemption, and reinvention. Recently, however, a new chapter has unfolded, one that has left fans and critics alike stunned. Joe Giudice's candid and shocking admission about his future with Teresa. It all began on a quiet autumn evening, during a rare interview that Joe agreed to with an exclusive magazine. Known for his candid nature and unfiltered honesty, Joe sat down in a modest but tastefully decorated room, his eyes carrying a mixture of vulnerability and determination. What he revealed that night would send ripples through their fan base and redefine perceptions of their relationship. The admission, a future rewritten. Joe started the interview by reflecting on his past, his time in prison, the struggles with his immigration status, and the tumultuous marriage that had weathered countless storms. But then he took a deep breath and delivered the statement that stunned everyone. "I've made my peace with the past, but I have to be honest about the future. I am no longer certain that Teresa and I will be together in the way people expect. I've come to realize that I need to focus on myself and my journey. That includes the possibility of moving on, even if it means letting go of what we once had." The room fell silent. Fans who had been following their story for over a decade couldn't believe their ears. Was Joe seriously contemplating a life beyond Teresa? Did this mean the end of their marriage, or was it a new beginning? The shock was compounded when he added, "Teresa and I are still in each other's lives. We're co-parenting, and we care deeply for each other. But I have to be honest. I don't see a romantic future with her anymore. I think we're both at a crossroads. Unpacking the shocking revelation. This admission marked a dramatic departure from the narrative that had been built over the years. For so long, fans watched as Joe and Teresa navigated their complex relationship, sometimes turbulent, sometimes tender. The hope for reconciliation, for renewed love, had been a recurring theme. Now, Joe was signaling that his feelings had shifted, that he was perhaps ready to forge a new path. Many speculated about what prompted this honesty. Was it the weight of their recent struggles, the toll of their legal battles and personal setbacks? Or was it a realization that they had simply grown apart? Joe's words hinted at a deeper introspection, an acceptance that sometimes love evolves, and that holding on to the past can hinder personal growth. The impact on their family and fans. The immediate aftermath of Joe's revelation was a whirlwind of reactions. Social media erupted with support, skepticism, and questions. Some fans expressed heartbreak, mourning the potential end of a beloved couple they had rooted for years. Others praised Joe for his honesty, appreciating the courage it took to speak his truth. Within their family circle, the news prompted a mixture of emotions. Teresa, known for her resilience and positivity, publicly responded with grace. She acknowledged the honesty and emphasized her commitment to their children's happiness. Joe and I have been through a lot, but our children come first. We're working through this, and I believe we'll find a way forward, whether together or apart, she stated in a heartfelt message. Meanwhile, close friends and confidants suggested that this moment could be a turning point, not an ending, but a new chapter of self-discovery and healing. For Joe, it might mean prioritizing his own well-being and happiness after years of sacrifice and hardship. A new beginning or a heartbreaking end. Speculation about what the future holds for Joe and Teresa intensified. Will they divorce? Will they remain friends and co-parents? Or could this be a temporary pause before rekindling their old flame? No one knew for certain, but the honesty in Joe's words set the stage for a profound transformation. Some analysts posited that Joe's admission was a sign of his personal growth, a recognition that love, like life, is fluid. Others saw it as a necessary step towards self-acceptance, a way to break free from societal expectations and the pressures of fame. The broader implications. This revelation also sparked conversations about the nature of relationships in the limelight. How much of their story was shaped by public perception? How do couples maintain authenticity amid constant scrutiny? Joe and Teresa's candidness perhaps encouraged others to embrace honesty in their own lives, reminding us that vulnerability can be a catalyst for genuine change. Furthermore, Joe's willingness to open up about such a sensitive topic demonstrated a rare level of humility. It challenged fans to reconsider their perceptions of love and commitment, highlighting that even in the most seemingly perfect stories, real life often involves difficult choices and complex emotions. Looking ahead. As the days unfolded, Joe and Teresa continued to navigate their evolving relationship. They attended family events together, always prioritizing their children's well-being. Behind closed doors, discussions about their future took place, some filled with hope, others tinged with sadness. Joe publicly emphasized his desire for peace and personal growth. "I want to be the best version of myself," he said. "That might mean stepping away from the spotlight, focusing on my health, and figuring out what truly makes me happy." Teresa, meanwhile, displayed her characteristic resilience, sharing messages of empowerment and self-love. She also expressed gratitude for the journey they had shared and the lessons learned along the way. Conclusion: embracing the unknown. Joe Giudice's shocking admission about his future with Teresa marks a poignant moment in their ongoing story. It underscores the reality that love and life are often unpredictable, and that honesty, even when difficult, is the foundation for authentic growth. Whether this chapter leads to separation, reconnection, or a new kind of relationship altogether, one thing is certain. Their journey continues to inspire and intrigue, reminding us all that sometimes the bravest thing we can do is to be truthful about our own hearts.